in the last video, I talked about a study that came out that said that omega-3s were greatly helping people to live longer, and those with the largest amount of omega-3s were living on average 5 years longer, and that potentially not having enough omega-3s could take 5 years away from your life, depending on how you want to look at it and spin it. You could either say it's adding to your life, or you could say not getting enough is subtracting from your life. But either way, it shows that omega-3s are good for us, and so we want to get more of them. The problem is whenever you hear this, what do people always say? You're going to hear, oh, well, you got to eat more fish, you got to eat salmon. And I mean, that's true, that's got omega-3s, but I'm going to give you some plant-based sources of omega-3s, and some of these are heavy hitters. Like, some of these have tons and tons of omega-3s. So you are going to be getting so many omega-3s if you eat some of these foods. Guys, this is going to be really, really useful information for you, okay? You don't have to eat fish and seafood just to get your omega-3s, all right? I'm going to show you how to do it, how it can be done. I do it every day, all right? And I'm going to start with the best foods first. And actually, these 4 foods, I put them on my breakfast in the morning because I usually do an oatmeal. And I put these on as toppings, or I'll do a cereal and I'll put them on as toppings as well, depending on what mood I'm in. Now, you don't have to eat them just for breakfast. You could eat these foods anytime throughout the day, really. Sprinkle them on whatever. But for me, it's they just go together at breakfast. You get a ton of your omega-3s right there in the morning. I usually eat like a big, healthy, plant-based breakfast. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Anyways, the first food I want to talk about is hemp seeds, okay? Hemp seeds are packed with omega-3s, and you're going to get tons of omega-3s. It even says it on here. You can see, if you can see that, omega-3s, lots of them. You know, all you have to do is put a couple scoops. They don't even have really a flavor or a strong flavor at all. You can put them on pretty much anything. I put them on the oatmeal, you know, scoop them on there. They're also called hemp hearts is another name for them, not just hemp seeds. So look for those. They're not too expensive either. All right, the second thing I want to talk about, I actually didn't bring the container out here. I meant to grab it, but it's chia seeds. Chia seeds are a huge source of omega-3s. They're very easy to add to your breakfast. You know, whether you're vegan or vegetarian, chia seeds are great. Very useful. You can add them dry or you can soak them. I've got some videos on how to soak chia seeds, so check those out too. And they are very versatile. You can add them to a lot of things, even if you just put them on, sprinkle them on dry. You know, just put them in you know, really anything like soups, salads, anything you can think of. They also don't have a strong flavor. Some people use them for baking and add them to their baked goods. All right, and the third thing is flaxseed. All right, and you don't have to get it ground. You can get them whole, but it's you have to grind them yourself, because they say otherwise you can't really digest them unless they're ground up. But these are convenient. They're already ground up. Flax seeds are a huge source of omega-3s for plant-based or vegan or vegetarians. And they as well don't have a strong flavor. You can add them to pretty much anything you can think of, even smoothies. You can add them into baked goods. Like I said, I put them on my cereal or oatmeal in the morning. That works fine. But you know, it doesn't have to just be for breakfast. You can put them on any of your vegetarian or vegan or plant-based meals throughout the day. Sprinkle them on top wherever, even salads, great on salads, you know. Next thing is walnuts. Again, these have a ton of omega-3s. These last 4 things I've talked about here, flaxseed, hemp seed, chia seeds, and walnuts. Those are heavy hitters. Those have tons and tons of omega-3s. If you don't believe me, look it up. Tons of omega-3s in all of those. Like, you will not be deficient in omega-3s. Okay. Of course, this doesn't need to probably have any explanation. You can sprinkle walnuts on a lot of different things as well. You can put them into baked goods. You know, banana bread. People put it in banana bread. Any of your baked goods. I sprinkle it on oatmeal. You can even put those on salads, you know. So that's a great choice. The last two I want to leave for, well, three are kind of just, they're not as many omega-3s, but they still get honorable mention because they're good. Okay, one of them is peanuts or peanut butter, right? That's got some omega-3s for you. Very easy, very good. I like peanut butter a lot. And then we've got, I didn't bring it out here, but tofu. Tofu is said to have omega-3s in it, so that's another source, especially if you're vegetarian or vegan. That's another great plant-based omega-3 food source. And the last omega-3 plant-based food I wanted to talk about is Brussels sprouts. And they are also said to have omega-3s in them. So, you know, these are really easy and they're not expensive. Heat them in the microwave. I've also got a video on how you can increase your vegetable intake pretty easy with some tips, including eating those frozen vegetables. So check that out too. And guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope this was beneficial.